What is your biggest fantasy?
My biggest fantasy with two guys, I would say.
Two guys at the same time.
Yeah. And maybe one girl too.
Oh, okay, okay. What is your biggest fantasy?
My biggest fantasy is having with a different guy in every country.
Oh, okay. What is your biggest fantasy?
I like to sleep and
Okay. What is your biggest fantasy?
My biggest fantasy is 1 million followers for Instagram.
Oh, okay. What is your biggest fantasy?
My biggest fantasy is for me, all of my family, and all of my friends to live outside of the city in the suburbs in a very big house and just not work and just sit all day and like talk to each other, watch movies and just live like that forever. In the middle, like in a beautiful place in the middle of nature.
What is your biggest fantasy?
For me, it's fingerling.
Fingerling. Yeah. Oh, okay. What is your biggest fantasy?
My biggest fantasy is that I want to become one of the best surgeons in the world.
What is your biggest fantasy?
I think to be kissed.
I like it too.
You like it too?
Yeah. What is your biggest fantasy?
I sleep with teddy bear.
Oh, okay. It's cute. Like I sleep with my teddy bear too. What is your biggest fantasy?
My biggest fantasy is being on billboard in bikini.
Oh, okay. What is your biggest fantasy?
I think my biggest fantasy would be that authenticity and uniqueness can be explored and lived freely without there being any judgment by other people.
my biggest fantasy is that everyone can walk around by themselves and be safe and no one should like care about others because you're an independent human being, so why do you care about others?
I think my biggest fantasy is that I'm addicted to taking lots of pictures. Like I'm taking tons of them, and generally I don't post them on social media. Generally.
You only choose 2 of them or 3 of them.
Yeah, I choose them, but I literally don't post anything.
My biggest fantasy is sleeping without any clothes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's comfortable, is it?
Yeah, it's comfortable, but sometimes it's not normal.
I think that's a normal thing.
My biggest fantasy, I think, is living in the 19th century in Dolmabahce Palace and having hundreds of dogs and animals.